Hi everyone, welcome back to C programming tutorial series. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about writing a C program to make the sum of diagonal elements of a 3 cross 3 matrix. So before coming to today's topic, I just want to tell you guys that if you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Now let us start our discussion. So here you can see I have already written down the output of this program, and with the help of this output we'll just try to understand what output we are going to achieve, and we will also discuss how many variables do we require to make the sum of diagonal elements of this 3 cross 3 matrix. So here this is my output. So when this program gets executed, it will ask user to enter the order of the matrix. That means how many rows you want in that matrix and how many columns you want in the matrix. That details you need to provide to the program. So I have entered 3. That means I want a matrix with 3 rows and 3 columns. Then it will ask you to enter the elements of that 3 cross 3 matrix. That means you need to enter the 9 elements. So one by one I have entered 9 numbers. Then this program should make the addition of each and every diagonal element of this matrix. So here you can see these 9 numbers I have arranged in the form of a matrix, where you can see this element 1 and 5 and 9 are our diagonal elements. So in this program I want to make the sum of these 3 elements, and I should get the output as 15 when I add these 3 elements of the matrix. So to get this output, what do you think, how many variables do we require? So let us just try to discuss out here. Okay, so since I'm asking the user to enter the order and I need to create a variable in my program to hold this value, so I will create an integer variable which will hold this value of 3, and I have declared a variable n. Then as you guys already know that I'm accepting numbers or elements from the user, and these elements will going to store inside an array. So I should create an integer array of 3 rows and 3 columns. Then I also require variables I, j. Since I'm making the sum of diagonal elements, so I should create a variable with the name sum, and I should set an initial value to this variable sum as 0. Now these are the variables which are required for us to write this program. So what should be the logic for this program? So as you can see here, I have written these numbers in the form of a matrix where the number 1 will be stored inside the location of 0 comma 0. That means 0 row and 0 column, and this is the index of this element. Then the second element is stored inside the location of 0 comma 1. That means this is the 0 comma 1 is the index for this second item. That means 0 row and first column, and this is 0 row and second column. This one is first row and 0 column, first row first column, first row second column, like this. Okay, now you can see we just need to observe closely to find out the pattern here. Okay, now these 3 numbers we are trying to add. So you can see the first number or the element 1 will have the index 0 comma 0, and the second number in the diagonal form is having the index is 1 comma 1, and the third element is having the index 2 comma 2. That means each and every of these elements which comes in diagonal form has the same index for both I and j. So this is our I will mark this as I, and I will mark this as j. This is my I and this is j. This is I, this is j. Okay, so while writing the program we should check for this condition. Whenever we'll be writing down the program, we'll be using two for loop, outer for loop and inner for loop. Outer for loop is of I loop and inner for loop is j loop. So first we should start with this first element, and then we'll move on to the second, and then third. Like this we need to visit each and every item of this matrix, and while visiting we need to check whether the index of I and index of j is same or not. So to whichever element we find that the index of that item is same, then we will take that item and we'll store that item inside the sum variable. Okay, I hope you guys have understood. Okay, so now I will start from this first element and I have find that the index of this first element is same. I value is 0, j value is 0. So I will pass this to sum. Now the sum is 1. Now I will move on to the next item. Here I will check further so that, whether the I value and j value both are same. No, here I and j both are not same. So what I will move to the next. Like this, I will compare here. So here also I and j indexes are not same. So I will move to the next fourth item. Here also these are not same. And I will move to the fifth item. Here I will again make the comparison to check whether the value of I and value of j is same. Yes, both are same now. So what I will do, I will take this value and I will store this value sum. This is sum equals to sum plus array of I j. Okay, so sum was 1 in earlier case. Now array of ij which is this 1 comma 1. So I will add this 1 plus 5. Okay, next, so I need to set this condition. If array of I is equals to array of j, like this. Okay, if array of I is equals to array of j, then I will be adding, I will be using this expression to add this number with this. Okay, so once I add these two, then I will move to the next element. If the index of the sixth element didn't get matched, then I will move to the seventh. Like this, I will move to the eighth element, and when I reaches to the last element, and now you can see the indexes of the last element gets matched with each other. Okay, 2 comma 2. So I will add 9 with the sum of these two elements. Sum equals to 6 plus 9, and now I will get 15. Okay, so this is our approach to make the sum of diagonal elements. So I will write a logic here. For I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, this I loop gets executed with the initial value of 0 till the value of I becomes less than n, which is less than 3. For the value of I equals to 0, I equals to 1, I equals to 2, and when the I value becomes 3, it terminates, it just close, because 3 less than 3, no, this condition becomes false. That's why the value of I gets executed only for these three values, for the value of I equals to 0, 1 and 2. Next, this j loop, j equals to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus. So again, similarly, the j loop also gets executed for the value of j equals to 0, 1 and 2. So for the value of I equals to 0, j loop execute 3 times. Okay, first time when the value of I equals to 0, j value will become 0, 0 comma 0, this one, this item, and then j increment, j value will become 1. For I equals to 0, now j becomes 1, 0 comma 1, this item. Then j again gets incremented by 1, now j becomes 2, 2 is less than 2, yes, condition true, that's why 0 comma 2, this element. And then again j gets incremented by 1, so now j becomes 3, 3 is less than 3, no, now the condition didn't get satisfied, that's why control will come out from the j loop, and now I value gets incremented by 1, so I value now becomes 1. So now for the value of I equals to 1, again j loop gets executed 3 times, that is for the value of j equals to 0, 1 and 2. I hope you guys have understood. Okay, now these are our two for loops for I equals to 0 to n and then j equals to 0 to n. Here I will check a condition. If array of I is equals to array of j. Okay, so first I am visiting this and I am checking whether array of I, this means this index, is equals to array of j, which is this index. Yes, now both of these are same. So what I will do, I will just add sum equals to sum plus array of I j. Sum is 0, 0 plus array of I j 1. So now 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1, we will get sum as 1. Like this, I will move ahead and then I will visit this fifth item. Here also I will check this condition, if condition, and I find that both I and j indexes are same, so I will just add this 5 with 1, 5 plus 1. So the same process gets applied to each and every index or the item of this matrix, and then finally we'll get the answer is 15. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood how the logic behind this program works. So I will just use this logic to write a C program. Okay, now we need to declare the variables which we had decided. So these are the variables which requires in our program, and the first variable is n. Then okay, clear screen. Next I need to display that message. Next I need to accept that value, send n. Next I need to display this message, enter elements, and I should accept these 9 elements for I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, for j equals to 0, j is less than n, j plus plus, scanf, %d, and then ampersand array of I, j. Okay, so this is how you can accept items or elements of two-dimensional array and store those elements inside the two-dimensional matrix. Next I will use this logic. For I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, for j plus plus, if array of I is equals to array of j, then yes, I will add sum is equals to sum plus array of I and j. Next this for loop gets closed, j, and then I for loop gets closed. Then finally I will printf comma sum return 0. Okay, so this is how you can write a C program which will make the sum of every element of diagonal of a matrix. So I hope you guys have understood what is the logic behind this program. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you guys like this video, or I hope you guys have got some useful and valuable information from this video. If you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching.